Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Thank you so much for joining me today and for supporting me by subscribing to this channel. Today we're going to do a chair yoga class and we will use a yoga strap. Let's begin class by coming seated forward in our chair so our glutes are on the chair, our hamstrings are off the chair, allowing us to have that nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Thinking about our posture now, sitting nice and tall, shining the crown of the head to the ceiling. Let's roll the shoulders back and down once and place the hands wherever they land comfortably on your legs. Closing your eyes now and bringing your attention to your breath. Notice when you inhale, do you allow the chest to rise and then the belly to rise? Exhaling, allowing the belly to fall and then the chest to fall. Let's notice for the next 3 rounds of breath. Let's begin a scan of our body, starting at the crown of our head, working down to our toes. Notice any areas you need to be mindful of during practice today. Completing the scan of our body and remembering that if a pose doesn't feel right, please do not do that pose. Always keep yourself safe in this or any other practice. Moving on now to our 4 square breathing practice, starting with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. And returning now to your regular breath, and just notice the belly rising on the inhale, breathing deeply. Keeping our eyes closed, let's lower one ear towards the shoulder, gently stretching out the side of the neck, keeping the shoulders relaxed. One more breath here. Returning to center. And this time lowering the ear to the opposite side towards the shoulder, once again stretching out the side of the neck. One more breath here, returning the head to center, and this time lifting the chin high as if you were gazing up at the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck. One more breath here. Return to center, and this time chin towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. One more breath here. Returning to center, gently opening your eyes. Let's roll our shoulders to the back of the room. Just notice if you're holding any tension in the shoulders today. And let's roll the shoulders forward. One more roll. And let's begin working on the wrists. Functional movement here, keeping the wrists healthy and rolling in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Making a stop sign with one hand and bringing gentle pressure to the fingers just until you feel the sensation, the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. In this class, we're always stopping at that first sensation of the stretch, no matter what the pose, to keep yourself safe. One more breath here. And let's lower the fingers and once again, gentle pressure now, feeling the stretch along the top of the wrist. One more breath here. And let's change hands, making that stop sign, gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling the stretch in the bottom half of the wrist. One more breath. And lowering the fingers and once again, gentle pressure, feeling the stretch along the top of the wrist. And let's roll the wrists out in one direction. and rolling the other way. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands together at heart center. We're going to lower the fingers forward, draw the backs of the hands together, and bring the fingers towards the body to come back into our starting position. So again, slowly, fingers forward, backs of hands together, and fingers come towards the body to come back to our starting position. And now just do several at your own pace. Remember, fingers are coming towards the body to come back into position. One more, and we'll pause. Lift the elbows slightly. Now we're going to do it in the opposite direction. So fingers slightly towards the body, backs of hands together, and now fingers are flipping away to come into position. So once again, fingers towards the body, backs of the hands together, and fingers flipping away. And now go at your own pace. Just remember the fingers are this time coming towards the body and then flipping away to come back into our pose. Towards the body and flip away. Let's do two more. Beautiful. Let's shake it out. Let's lower our hands on either side of our chair. We're going to take one hand and really reach up to the ceiling with the fingertips, as if you were trying to touch the ceiling, feeling the rib cage lift and open. One more breath here. And let's do the other side, bringing that arm up, really stretch and reach. One more breath here, and now let's do this with fluid movement, one side to the next. And we're slowly going to add a tiny side bend each time that hand comes overhead, just a tiny side bend, adding on with each repetition, making that side bend a little deeper, slowing down slightly to accommodate the side bend. Looking up through the fingers, deepening the side bend. And now let's come into a nice deep side bend and hold 3 rounds of breath. And changing sides, deep side bend, 3 rounds of breath. And lowering the hands down to our starting position. Now we're going to take the hands out to the sides. We're going to start with small circles forward, making those circles bigger each time. Looking for our range of motion now, whatever that is for you today. Shrinking those circles back down. Tighter circles. And stopping and change directions. Small circles to start. Enlarge the circle. Look for your range of motion once again. And let's begin shrinking those circles down. Tighten them up. Smaller, smaller. Beautiful. Let's draw the hands forward. This time, palms of the hands are facing each other. We're going to follow the traveling hand with our gaze. So we're going to start with this hand. We're going to exhale and bring that hand behind us. We follow with our gaze. Inhale, draw the hand forward. Exhale, the opposite hand travels. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale, forward. Once more on each side. Exhale, travel. Inhale, forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale, forward. Let's lower the hands down by our side, rolling the shoulders out a couple of times, just releasing any tension in the shoulders, rolling in the opposite direction. Making sure that strap's not too close to your neck. We will use it, just not right now. So let's take one hand to the opposite knee and bring the other hand behind you on the chair. Sit nice and tall, and let's exhale and twist and look over the shoulder, holding here for 8 rounds of breath. Noticing the body first resisting this pose. Continue breathing deeply and notice the muscles begin to relax. One more breath here. Slowly unwind, coming back to our starting position. And this time, opposite hand to the knee. Once again, the other hand behind you on the chair. Sit tall. Exhale and twist. 8 rounds of breath. One more breath here. Slowly unwind, coming forward. Beautiful. Now we're going to take that strap and we're going to bring it around the sole of one foot. We're going to hold both ends of the strap into the same hand as the extended leg. So extending the leg, keeping a bend in the knee, free hand grabs the chair. I want you to think about nice tall posture here as we extend out to the side for an inner thigh and groin stretch. Check your knee, take a look, make sure there's a slight bend to the knee. Breathing deeply here, sitting tall. Two more breaths. Now let's draw that foot forward, grab the strap, and bring that foot across the opposite knee, keeping the foot flexed to protect the bent knee. On an exhale, lower your body towards the legs until you feel a nice stretch in the hip. Breathing deeply here. And remembering, there should be no pain. If you feel pain at all, please rise up out of the pose. Let's do 4 more rounds of breath, lowering closer to the legs if you can. One more breath. And slowly rising up, strap into both hands this time. Allow that foot to come down to the ground. Bring that strap up behind the knee. Twist the strap very close to the knee so you can use it to help control the leg. Our free hand once again is going to grab the chair. We're going to flex the foot and use the strap to control the movement as we do an external rotation. Sitting nice and tall. 2 more. And pause. And now let's do an internal rotation. Beautiful. 2 more. And let's set that foot down and take that strap away for a moment. Now we're just going to pick the foot up, holding onto both ends of the chair, and we're going to roll out the ankle in one direction. And then we're going to roll the ankle in the opposite direction. And let's move now to a point and a flex, a point and flex, point and flex, and one last time, point and flex. Setting that foot down. Now once again, taking that strap, bringing it around the sole of the opposite foot, keeping both ends of the strap into the same hand as the extended leg. So extending the leg, keeping a slight bend in the knee, free hands grabbing the chair for support, sitting nice and tall. Let's take it out to the side for our inner thigh and groin stretch. Nice and tall here, breathing deeply. Check your knee, make sure there's a micro bend in your knee. Two more rounds of breath here. Now let's draw that foot forward, grabbing that strap and bringing that foot across the opposite knee, keeping the foot flexed to protect the bent knee, exhaling and lowering towards the legs, feeling a stretch in the hip. Breathing deeply here. Four more rounds of breath, lowering closer to the legs if you can. Intensify the stretch. One more breath here. Slowly rise up, strap in both hands. Allow the foot to come down to the ground. Give it a twist right close to the legs so you can control the legs with the strap. We're going to flex the foot, free hand grabs the chair, and let's do that external rotation. Keep it going, 2 more. And now pause and rotate internally. Two more. And setting that foot down. Now we're going to take the strap away. Just let it fall to the floor. Hold onto the chair with both hands. Let's roll out the ankle in one direction. And let's roll in the opposite direction. and point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and one last time, point and flex. Beautiful. Setting that leg down. Now we're going to take our legs out slightly, toes on a diagonal. We're going to travel with our hands down our legs. So we're going to slowly relax the back as we lower down, bringing the hands towards the ankles. Holding on to the ankles here, thinking about relaxing, starting at the low back, relax the mid back, relaxing the upper back, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, and the head, allowing the head to lower closer to the mat. Breathing deeply here in this modified forward fold, allowing the back side of our body to relax, getting a beautiful stretch. One more breath here. Slowly allow the hands to begin traveling up the leg as you rise up slowly. Bringing your feet closer to the chair. Once again, a 90-degree bend at the knees. Allowing your hands to come down by your side. A few rounds of cow and cat breath. Starting with an inhale, looking up into cow. And exhaling into cat, arching the back towards the back of the chair. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And coming back up into a nice seated position, this time cow and cat without the arms. So again, inhale to cow, lift the chest and the gaze. Exhale to cat and arch. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Beautiful. And sitting nice and tall, lowering the hands down to the sides, bringing one hand overhead, looking up through the fingers. Taking a moment here, feeling the nice bend in the side of the body. And changing sides once again, looking through the fingers at the ceiling, opposite side overhead. One more breath. And lowering down. Let's roll the shoulders back. Release any tension. Roll the shoulders forward. Beautiful. And sitting nice and tall in your chair, placing your hands on your lap, closing your eyes and taking a moment to notice your breath. Notice that you're breathing deeply. Doing another scan of your body, starting at the crown of the head, working down to the toes. Noticing any changes from the scan at the beginning of class, but notice without judgment. Every day will be different. Bringing your attention once again to your breath. Noticing the sensations in your body, the energy freely flowing. Our theme today is love yourself. For we must love ourselves before we can love others. So my message today is the next time you hear that negative voice in your head telling you you can't do something, I want you to tell it to stop. I want you to change the narrative and place a positive thought in your mind instead. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are capable. You can do this. This is an opportunity, not a challenge. So find the opposite of whatever that negative voice is telling you and stop it in its tracks. Show it the door. Taking a moment, breathing deeply. Remembering how important it is to love ourselves. We need to be our very own best friend. We need to talk to ourselves the way we would talk to our best friend. We need to be positive. We need to be encouraging. And we need to be forgiving. Bringing your attention once again to your breath. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me in this practice today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. I'll see you again next time.